Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne. So, guys, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about the downfall of Cardi B. And this is a celebratory moment for this channel because we have been calling this since the get-go. Okay, we knew that Stefon Diggs did not like Cardi like that. Okay, he was just trying to get a rapper baby mama just to, like, you know, hit it off the checklist. He thought he was going to win the Super Bowl. They didn't. And shout out to the Seattle Seahawks for,
whipping the New England Patriots tail, because they whipped them up. That defense shut them all the way down. And honestly, it's feeling like karma for Stefon Diggs, because I mean, Stefon Diggs he's been a bad guy. I mean, he's been a bad guy as far as just the mess that he's gotten himself into with all the lawsuits, all the baby mamas. So maybe this is karma coming back around. He got to the Super Bowl, but he wasn't able to win it. And now he's dealing with these legal troubles on the end. And maybe it's also the Cardi B curse, because I think she has something to do with his performance as well. What the defense was able to say to him on the field, all of these different factors can play into it. The smack talk, he got into a couple scuffles on the field as well. And, he was swinging, throwing bows, some extra licks that didn't get called by the referees. So I'm going to kind of show you what type of night it was for Stefon Diggs. And it wasn't really the best night for him. So let's watch.
And diffuse this. This was out of bounds on the Patriots sideline. And that hit over there that happened, which caused Diggs to come back after Josh Jones. No flags were thrown, and the officials got in there quickly. Terry McCauley, should that have been a foul on Seattle with the hit out of bounds?
Absolutely, Mike. He's out of the play. He's clearly out of bounds. He knocks him down.
And a punch there, Terry, as you saw.
Yeah, he absolutely should have been penalized.
Is he going to get thrown out of the game?
And that's crazy work,
Chris, because they didn't throw a flag at all on field. So New York can't do anything with this at this point.
And
that's crazy work. So, I mean, as you can see, Stefon Diggs was getting into scuffles. I mean, they were giving him extra licks. They were doubling him the whole night. They pretty much clamped him. So it's looking pretty rough, and it looked rough for Stefon Diggs that night. They were real physical with him. They thudded him up every chance that they could get. As you can see, even if it was a late hit out of bounds, they didn't care. They were scrapping, and they actually were up most of the game, if not all of the game. Yeah, they were up all of the game. The New England Patriots couldn't even score. So shout out to the Seattle Seahawks for that. But now we got to talk about Stefon Diggs and Cardi B, because Tasha K actually exposed that Stefon Diggs was with a video vixen, Instagram video vixen, during the relationship that that Stefon Diggs was with Cardi B. So essentially, this girl is a chick that also smashed Offset, that Cardi doesn't like because she smashed Offset while they were married or whatever. And they're still married, by the way. So now, as you guys can see, and I don't even know if I can show the video, because she's like kind of twerking pretty crazy, and they doing like gang signs and shit. I mean, it's pretty much covered up, but basically Tasha K exposed that Pre was hanging out with Stefon Diggs, and Pre is a girl that Cardi doesn't like because she smashed Offset. So as you can see, okay, I woke up to people calling fake news about Stefon Diggs. So let me be clear. Nothing I posted was fake. The photos were sent to me by someone from Pre's own team without her permission. The images show her on a secured NFL practice field with Stefon Diggs, his mother, and his entourage. You cannot be on the field during practice without team authorized access. I was told she arrived with his people and left with his people. That is what was relayed to me. After the photos were released, she blocked me. Too late. We got the photos confirming it was her in the Wags jacket. As for the speculation about relationships or friendships, everything discussed is alleged based on information provided. So this is her disclaimer, so she don't get sued again. And she brings this old video. It says this is an old video of Chris Blake, the guy who is claiming that Stefon Diggs inappropriately tried to, grape him, allegedly. For y'all to know how far back Pre goes with Steph, she was with him and his family yesterday on the Super Bowl field practicing. According to my sources, we posted the pictures of them on the field as receipts. So she's saying she posted the pictures of her on the practice field. And people were trying to say it was fake news. Well, guess what? Guess what? She was on the sideline. She was on the sideline. And Stefon and Stefon Diggs dapped her up on the sideline. So here is Pre. And she's like a Instagram video girl. So here's him dapping up, I don't know, some nigga. And there goes Pre right there in the red. And I'll show you her Instagram profile. So she's in the red. I guess they tried to keep it like quiet or something. But she says, I love you. Boom. She mouths, I love you. Shakes his hand, hugging his mama. Give her a kiss. You know what I'm saying? Daps another random nigga up. Daps a fan. I guess these are fans. The white girl tried to get dapped up. I'm dead. But yeah. That's just how it is. That's just what's going on. So he dapped up Pre right there. And I'll show you Pre's profile real quick just so we can cover our bases. And apparently she fucked Offset. So yeah, she's a hood bitch, as you can see. Face tattoos, chin tattoos, jawline tattoos. Tattoos everywhere. She a hood bitch. And she let Offset smash while he was married to Cardi B. Apparently, she is BBL'd up. Okay. BBL'd up. And this is what's going on. All right. This is what's going on nowadays. So you see the girls are fighting. The girls are being real catty. Okay. And they fighting over Stefon Diggs, a man who, you know, arguably women should probably not be fighting over him. But it's all about pre-selection. He got all these baby mamas. And these girls know that it's easy to get pregnant by a Stefon Diggs because that's just what he do. You know, similar to Tyreek Hill, similar to a lot of these athletes. So I even got her YouTube profile, and this is how you know these hoes lazy, because you're doing good on YouTube and you're not making content. 7 videos total. 4 years ago, her first video got 6.2K views. Nigga, as a man, if you get 6.2K views on your first video, you're going to become Mr. Beast as a dude. You know what I'm saying? So she could have posted every day. She could have grinded, and the grind is so different on YouTube for men and women. But this is just the type of chick that she is. She'll rather make her money off, you know, fucking niggas, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, and we ain't going we ain't gonna dwell on that, but that's just how the game goes. So she smashed Offset. All right, just to run through the bases again. She smashed Offset while Cardi was with Offset. Cardi leaves Offset for, you know, his cheating and stuff. And then Cardi ends up going with Stefon Diggs as a rebound, as her quote unquote lick back. But what Cardi, I guess Cardi didn't realize to the extent of the type of dog that Stefon Diggs is. But Cardi did not realize that Stefon Diggs was not slowing down, and he got multiple women pregnant while he's dating Cardi. And the thing is, Cardi, you're like a big star. And here's one of the babies. Kiana Barber is out at the Super Bowl to support her baby daddy, Stefon Diggs, and got their son repping his dad. So one of the baby mamas was on the sideline, and Cardi, I guess she had press box passes. She wasn't really on the sideline at all, or had sideline seats. But yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for Cardi. She just became a double baby mama. and it wasn't even out of wedlock. Like, she was married to another man and had another baby. It's crazy. And now she just looks bad. She just looks bad. So there were, I guess, story posts that Cardi was saying that she was done. I'm gonna try and find that. There was like a cryptic post that Cardi posted where she said she was done with Stefon Diggs, and they did unfollow each other. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to find that story post. But anyways, I mean, there's so many different red pill lessons that we can take from this. And the reality is Cardi was a stripper hoe. Cardi was a stripper hoe. So she is like sex worker-esque. Okay. She's a sex worker. And she comes from that life. So she was able to put up with a lot because, you know, she put up with a lot with Offset, and she was actually thinking that she was going to get a one up by dealing with Stefon Diggs because he is an athlete. And he probably just completely put her off of football players because he's just doing his thing, getting hoes pregnant and all types of shit. So here is another red carpet. I guess she was on the red carpet of Fanatics during the Super Bowl, and they asked her about Stefon Diggs, and they asked her if, you know, what message she had to say, what inspiring message she had to say to Stefon Diggs to, you know, push her boyfriend to try and win a Super Bowl.
Inspiring message for Stefon before the game. One inspiring message for him.
Good luck.
How we celebrate? How we celebrate if you win the Super Bowl?
She said, "Good luck."
Message for Stefon before the game. One inspiring message for him.
Good luck.
Boom. That's a nail in the coffin, man. Oh my God. Seeing her downfall is just hilarious. I mean, it really is. It really is, because Cardi, she was drugging and robbing men, right? And we are defenders of men on this channel. I don't care what these hoes say. All right. We're going to make sure that the full story is told. And Cardi B, like, you know, you a stripper. We know what goes down with strippers. If a nigga asks to fuck after the club, that does not mean that he deserves to get robbed. If he is offering a fair exchange for the pussy, it doesn't mean that he deserves to get robbed. And the fact that she was out here doing that, setting these niggas up, boom, getting in the bed, drugging him with the scopolamine, you know, she learned that from the DR in Colombia. She learned that, you know, from Latin and South America, because she is claiming to be Afro-Latina. I don't really know what the hell she is, honestly. But the reality is Cardi ain't a good girl too. She ain't no saint. All right. And she was telling these hoes all this shit about what to do. WAP. I don't cook, I don't clean. But then she was sweeping for Offset. We saw that. I don't do this, I don't do that. But then she is on the roster for Stefon Diggs. And then there was a point where she was actually leaning into it, like, oh, baby, we all go. I did a video on that. Oh, we all just gonna have to get along. We all just go. Cardi, this is the shit that you left Offset for. So why didn't you allow Offset this much leeway? Why didn't you give? I mean, Offset never had no babies on you, and you decided to accept that. This is what we're talking about when we say alpha smashes, beta cashes. And honestly, Offset did end up becoming the beta in the relationship, even though he was Thug Max alpha simping. So what y'all have to understand is the athlete overcomes the Thug Max alpha simp in most social occasions. Okay. The athlete is going to overcome the Thug Max alpha simp. That's why when you see a Thug Max alpha simp, his bitch looks busted, because, you know, or she might, if he's really Thug Max and he got like a record deal or something, maybe she might like look like some botched video vixen or some Instagram hoe, because because the Thug Max Alpha Simp aesthetic attracts a certain woman. But if you are an athlete, that's a whole different vibe. That's a whole different game. And that's exactly what Stefon Diggs played upon. See, Stefon Diggs is a true, real deal player. And I mean, he's also just like I mean, from the stories that we're hearing, from the stories that come out, he's like a super emotional, uncontrollable, low impulse control type guy. And he did have character issues that were raising concerns in Buffalo when he played with Josh Allen. He did have character issues that raised concern in Minnesota. I mean, you have the video of his teammates saying, hey, I wouldn't want him to date my sister. It's because he has a reputation of the way that he deals with women, his interactions with women, how he might spaz out on a woman because you got a woman who is accusing him of choking her. And they're calling her the BBL chef because he hired her as a chef, but she got a BBL and he's paying her to be the chef. He's fucking her. And now they're saying she got a baby by him, allegedly. So Stefon Diggs is a guy who's super, under the watch, under the control. And you see, this is something I noticed too. When Cardi B is asked that question, look how her handlers push her through. Look how the handlers push her through. Look, this white lady right here, handler. This guy might be security, but he also looks like a handler. Look, this woman with the jean jacket, white woman with the jean jacket pulling her through, handler. So Cardi B is very much insulated, and I think her team gave her bad advice. I think her team gave her bad advice, and they knew this was doomed to fail. They knew that her relationship with Stefon Diggs was doomed to fail. Cardi B could have gotten with another guy in the NFL who was at least had a better reputation. But she knowingly got with Stefon Diggs, who had multiple baby mamas. I mean, at least when you see Meg Thee Stallion with Klay Thompson, she actually got with a guy who has a good reputation on and off the court. I mean, whatever you want to say about Klay Thompson, that he's fallen off. Yes, he's fallen off. He's getting older. He's not the same without Curry. He's not the same type of guard. He doesn't really have the handles like that. He's a spot up shooter in that he's one dimensional in that way. In many cases, yes, but he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. And Meg Thee Stallion, that's why I believe that at least I don't think it's going to last, but I think that she is actually trying to get with a guy who was going to treat her well. And Klay Thompson's going to treat her well, whether they last or not, whether they get engaged or married or not. He's going to treat her well either way, And honestly, that's some game that you can learn from that, okay? If the last nigga treated her drastically wrong, you have to come in and I'm not saying like buy her shit and all that kind of stuff, but Klay Thompson's game is the nice boy game, the nice guy game. I'm the nice guy, hey, but there's a reason Klay Thompson's single too, baby. Like we ain't gonna act like Klay Thompson ain't met women in the industry playing basketball this whole time. He's single because he plays nice guy game. And honestly, I mean, it's not going to take that much for a Klay Thompson, especially during that era of the Splash Brothers. He was one of the Splash Brothers. He wasn't Curry, but he was the other Splash Brother. So, that name in and of itself was doing numbers in the streets. So Klay Thompson, he was a bachelor, and he stayed a bachelor for a long time for a reason. And that's just the reality. And that reason is because he plays nice guy game. He acts like he's a nice guy. He acts like he's the husband material. But then when you ask for more, commitment, he says, hey, I'm committed to the game. Maybe in another life, but basketball is my number one priority. But, that's how I peg pause. But that's how I've got Klay Thompson pegged. Pause. Pause. But yeah, so Meg the Stallion actually made an effort to get with a nicer guy. Cardi B did the complete opposite. There's guys with better reputation in the NFL who could have treated her right, who don't have no kids. But I think she got bad advice from her team. I think she got her DMs flooded when she said she was single. And her team was like, oh, yeah, let's do Stefon Diggs. Because maybe they did believe that he had the best chance of going to the Super Bowl with the Patriots. And maybe they factored in the record and whatnot. And they knew Stefon Diggs would not deny the public pairing of him and Cardi B and would actually welcome it. And then, they're saying Offset made some threats to Stefon Diggs, but Stefon Diggs got some goons too. So it's not like shit can't really pop off like that. But ultimately, Cardi looks bad, man. Cardi looks bad. She looks bad. And, there's another clip. It's another clip of Stefon Diggs having to wait outside of the club on Super Bowl night. I mean, and as an NFL player, waiting outside of the club is super embarrassing. At least waiting long. Like, obviously, you might wait for a second and then they usher you through. But waiting in line, I'm trying to show his face. Look. Okay, they got this music on. I gotta stop it. But he ain't trying to show his face, so it wasn't the best night for Stefon Diggs. It wasn't the best night for Stefon Diggs. And honestly, I believe he has to. They postponed a court date for the case with the chef. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. But that's where we're at with it. That is where we're at with it, and it's unfortunate. It's wild, but this is what it's come to. So I do want to read an article, and we will read the page 6 article for you guys. And let me just play let's play a Cardi video in the background, because if I share the screen with this page 6 article, it's going to be lagging and shit. All right. Stefon Diggs spotted with Offset's ex at Super Bowl 2026 as Cardi B split rumors swirl. Flag on the play. Stefon Diggs was spotted with a woman who allegedly had an affair with Cardi B's ex-husband Offset. At Super Bowl 2026 on Sunday, the NFL shared a video of the New England Patriots star greeting his friends and family before kickoff. In the clip, the woman in red, who has been identified as Pre, told Diggs, "I love you," while shaking the athlete's hand as he walked by. And we showed you those videos and images. Let's see if we can pull that back up. It's not necessary. Fuck it. Let's keep going. Blogger Tasha K also obtained video footage of Pre on the field at Levi's Stadium near Diggs and his teammates hours before the big game. Pre didn't shy away from making her online presence known while she was at the game, posting pictures. "First Super Bowl, God willing, we run it back next year," she captioned the post. Pre also posted a mirror selfie of herself wearing a badge that granted her access to the official team hotel for the Patriots. So she did get granted a press pass, or a hotel pass rather. So he had her shacked up in the hotelly. Making the whole room smelly. So, you know what I'm saying? He hooked her up like that. And this is the game, y'all. This is the game, and Cardi B's losing it. She's losing it, and her fans are trying to cope, but they can't cope because they were telling us the whole time, oh, she got her lick back. She got her lick back. No, it looks like Offset's getting his lick back. And then Stefon Diggs is like in competition with Offset because he's trying to fuck all Offset's old bitches. Page 6 has reached out to Pre and reps for Diggs, Offset, and Cardi for comment while Pre attended the Super Bowl. Rumors that Diggs, 32, and his girlfriend Cardi, 33, had split surfaced. The Bodak Yellow rapper, who usually cheers the wide receiver on his games, left the stadium after she appeared in Bad Bunny's record-breaking halftime show. Additionally, Cardi, real name Belcalis Almanzar, did not post anything about Diggs on game day. And just one day before the NFL championship game, the Grammy winner gave a dry good luck when asked by a reporter on the Fanatics Super Bowl party red carpet if she had an inspiring message for the athlete. Since the game, Cardi and Diggs have unfollowed each other on Instagram. As news of a possible breakup surfaced, 50 Cent trolled Diggs for losing both his woman and a Super Bowl ring. So there you have it. I mean, they're also bringing up the children. So they welcome their son, who's not, his name's not known publicly yet. Cardi shares 3 kids with Offset and 1 with Diggs. Pre allegedly had an affair with Offset while he was married to Cardi, though reports claim Pre had allegedly gotten pregnant by the Migos rapper. That has not been confirmed. Diggs is a dad to 5 other kids with 5 other women. 4 of his babies were born in 2025. Whew. Wow. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. And yes, here are the images. Here's the image of Pre, who did get on the sideline on the practice field. So if you watch, let's see, it's going a little too fast. So if you see it, I think they pause it. So here we go. Boom. You see Pre with the same jacket that she took the mirror selfie in. Boom. You see Pre right here. Just making the screen bigger. So Pre is there. And Cardi B looks absolutely foolish. She looks like she doesn't know what she's doing. She looks like she's back in middle school. This is like middle school level dating IQ, right? Like Cardi B has a very low dating IQ because this is middle school level stuff. Like, girl, when you get dogged out by a man, the only way to really like make that man kind of sit with it is using the Sierra technique. Honestly, Sierra is a perfect example of sticking it back to her man and her baby daddy and getting her lick back without actually having to do anything. And Sierra kind of did the whole Christian grift with Russell Wilson and holier than thou. I'm in a Christian marriage. We're waiting to have sex. We're doing it right this time. And that's what she did with Russell Wilson. And yes, it was cringe. Yes, it was tacky. It was corny, but it ultimately, I mean, it kind of worked, but then there was this clip of her like trying to kiss a nigga after he surprised her with all this shit. But ultimately, Future is a little tight about that. You could tell that Future is a little tight about that. And that's the only way to get with a nigga who, yeah, she may not really love him like that, but she knows that he's going to treat her good. And I mean, he's had $100 million contracts in the NFL. So, I mean, he's straight with money, and Russell ain't one of these dumb niggas who gonna run through his money. Like, Russell gonna save his money. Russell gonna do this shit the right way. And ultimately, that's what it's come down to. So Cardi B should have taken a page out of Meg Thee Stallion's playbook, Sierra's playbook. Those are some of the only girls who have kind of, quote unquote, got their lick back in a more dignified manner. I mean, everybody's looking at Klay Thompson like, dude, you're an idiot for dating Meg Thee Stallion. But Meg Thee Stallion looks good to date a Klay Thompson after getting dogged by all these niggas, Party, Tory Lanez, all these niggas. Like, Klay Thompson looks good. I mean, sorry, not Klay Thompson. Meg Thee Stallion looks good. I mean, as far as like PR goes. And Cardi looks bad. And Sierra looks good as far as PR goes. And people are going to defend Sierra and Russell's marriage, even though I personally don't think it'll last once he's really out of the NFL. Like, he's pretty much going to be a backup to the backup. And then when he actually is out of the NFL, I don't think Sierra's staying, because she's still like doing like little music videos and popping and locking in scantily clad clothing at her big age. But, you know, shout out to D-Man Sammy. He says, didn't he have a Super Bowl party he didn't even attend because it was Cardi? Yeah. So there was a Super Bowl party that she threw, and it could be a rumor, but they're saying she spent $1.5 million on this Super Bowl party. And honestly, the reports of Cardi planning the Super Bowl party are $1.2 million. There were reports of this Super Bowl party 6 days ago. So she definitely was planning it. And this 6 days ago, think about how quickly things changed for her. She went from 6 days ago planning a Super Bowl party to them asking if she had inspiring words for Stefon Diggs, and she said, good luck. So Cardi B is reportedly planning on splashing the cash this week as she gears up to watch her boyfriend Stefon Diggs in the Super Bowl. The rapper will be in Santa Clara to watch Diggs and the New England Patriots take on the Seattle Seahawks at Levi's Stadium on Sunday night, and no expense will be spared, with The Sun reporting that Cardi B is spending just over $1 million on a lavish week of festivities. She's incredibly excited and fully locked in, a source said. This isn't just about attending the game. It's about showing up for her man in the biggest way. According to the report, Cardi B has invited 100 friends and family from both sides to watch the big game. She is paying for 40 guests to be in a private suite at Levi's Stadium, which will set her back approximately $125,000. She is also covering the cost of regular tickets for the other guests, estimated to be costing between $700,000 and $725,000. So she spent that. She spent that. That already got spent before she realized that Pre was coming to the game. But the day before the Super Bowl, she realized Pre was at that practice, the pre-practice for the Super Bowl, and that's when she lost it. Cardi B will also be paying for them to travel to California in style. She paid for that. She's reportedly chartering 4 private jets at a cost of $250,000. At the game itself, she will be spending around $100,000 on drinks and another $8,000 for servers to be delivering food and drink to their guests. The final part of the Super Bowl indulgence will come afterwards, regardless of the result, when she hosts a party at a rented location costing around $30,000. The alcohol bill alone is estimated to be nearly $222,000. And that Stefon Diggs didn't attend. And I don't know if Cardi still threw the party. I know she didn't go, but they probably canceled. But she's covering most of the expenses herself because she wants him to feel supported and celebrated, the insider added. She keeps saying this might never happen again, so why hold back? The couple have only been dating since early last year, going public with their relationship in May when they cozied up to one another at a New York Knicks game. The wide receiver was questioned about the prospect of marriage on Monday as he prepared for the biggest week of his NFL career. Yet on the eve of the Super Bowl week, the 32-year-old made it clear that his focus remained on a very different type of ring for now. During Super Bowl, I don't even know what the fuck, what was it, Super Bowl 56 or some shit like that, opening night, Diggs was asked if he would be buying the rapper an engagement ring if he secured one of his own in Sunday's showdown. After a moment of hesitation, Diggs laughed off the idea, saying, "It's on the agenda, maybe, right? I got to get mine first, though." So, yeah, Cardi B is not only down $1.2 million, but she's down her boss bitch, only move in style, like run these niggas' reputation. She's down with her reputation. Okay. This is a huge L for her. She spent a lot of money on getting those 40 guests to the Super Bowl. And she paid the price. She paid the price of leaving a man who she thought that she could upgrade from. She thought she could upgrade from Offset to Stefon Diggs and failed because Stefon Diggs don't give a damn about you, boo. Stefon Diggs don't give a damn about you nor that baby that he created with you. How about that too? How about that too? He don't give a damn. This man has 5 baby mamas. Guess how many baby mamas Offset has? Just one. And that's you. And that's you. And you completely left a man to get with an even worse guy. You know, now the internet's saying that, you know, she left Offset to get with Stefon, and she didn't realize that Stefon Diggs was just Offset with the with the letters rearranged. Stefon just Offset with the letters rearranged. That's what they're saying. So, I mean, this man never really cared about you, Cardi. And your delusional fans were screaming online how this was an upgrade, screaming online about how you came up. Black Essence even, you know, Black Essence even posted something about, oh, get your lick back, girl. Get your lick back. Okay? But it doesn't matter because you lost. And it's so many hoes losing nowadays, bruh. So many hoes are losing. So many hoes are losing. And they wonder why men are withdrawing from the dating market. You know, they put out some dating data today talking about only, let me see, they're calling it a dating recession. They're calling it a dating recession where only 46% of 12th graders, which are high school 18, 17-year-olds, have gone on a date or would ever go out on dates. So this is coming from the Wheatley Institute Family Studies. And I guarantee those 46% are women. The 46% of 12th graders, because as you can see, it's all 12th graders. Yeah, the women are going on dates with older guys, with college guys. That's how it goes. So, and there were a lot of women rooting Cardi B on. There were a lot of women who were like, oh yeah, Cardi, get your lick back. You getting with a better man. Oh, he an athlete. Oh, he's strong. Oh, he fast. Yeah, he got fucking 5 baby mamas. Like, are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? Seriously. I mean, come on. I mean, was it really that bad with Offset? He was fucking bitches, yes. But at the same time, though, it wasn't like he was getting any of them pregnant. And if he was taking care of his business, at least. But Stefon Diggs, at least he not doing that. She spent $1.2 million flying people out and planning a Super Bowl party just to leave at halftime. Exactly. Loyal girls get field passes. Stefon Diggs is my boyfriend. Cardi B getting dogged out worse than her husband by a worse guy. Exactly. He should have said it was AI. Clay looks stupid. Hopefully he got an exit strategy. Yeah. See, here's the thing. Like I said, Klay Thompson has nice guy game. So Klay Thompson is going to play the nice guy game. He's going to be the nice guy. And then when Meg Thee Stallion reaches for marriage, when she reaches for long-term commitment, maybe when she reaches for a child even, he's going to say, hey, I'm focused on basketball, maybe in another life. That's what I think. He does look bad, especially, you know, the way niggas was dogging Meg out and he just, you know, treating her all sweet publicly is different if you're doing it behind closed doors. But like the fact that you letting her post it and acting, you know what I'm saying? I think he could have kept most of it a little more private. But he do got her cooking in that bitch. So, you know, you do got to give him respect. He turned her into she a thought. He's trying to turn a hoe into a housewife, but he's not cuffing her. So, I mean, he's cuffing her kind of, but he's not like actually marrying her. So if he marries her, then I'll be like, okay, Clay fucked up. But like just to date her, and I mean, he's fucking on her. Obviously, he got her at the crib. She fucking, she cooking. It's not a bad gig. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad gig for Clay right now. And I think he did spend like some 30 bands on her or something like that, or he might have spent more. I think I did a video on it where he was like buying her shit. I mean, the nigga got a lot of money. I understand 30 bands is crazy, but Meg don't really deserve that. She would have took less. He could have had a better deal, is what I'm saying. King David for Christ says society has to stop with these relationship goals between simps and 304 Jezebels. That is true. He said, we going to the Super Bowl. Cardi before coming to cesspool, clown fest, and her looking like the sad side chick, right? She got cracked, became a double single mom, had a baby by a man who has 5 other kids behind her back. She wasted $1.2 million on a Super Bowl weekend. Patriots lost and they broke up again. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Major L, yeah, major L. But according to women on social media, Cardi just having fun and getting dick. This relationship don't mean nothing to her. Exactly. No, this means everything to her, dude. Cardi's heart was broken when she saw Pre on that field, and she's like, is that Pre? Pre fuck my man. Because that's one thing. Like, a bitch hates when another bitch can say, I fucked your nigga, whatever. They hate that shit. So Pre fucked her man, and now she fucked her other man. That was something that was unforgivable. And Cardi probably said, you can fuck all these bitches, but you can't fuck no bitch that fuck Offset. And obviously, all them niggas is fucking the same bitches. So, I mean, that ain't a rule that Stefon can abide by. So he fucks on Pre. And he been fucking on Pre from the past, as you can see the video I showed y'all guys earlier in the tour bus. So he been fucking on Pre. So Cardi's just retarded. That's really what it comes down to. Or she leans on the advice of her team too much instead of actually looking for like genuine love. And that's the problem. Like it really is. They all part of the club anyways. They live in an alternate reality. Yep. Mind you, legally, she's still married to Offset. Yep. And society is quiet on this relationship dynamic. Like they are Papoose and Remy. Meanwhile, both got side pieces. Only 10 to 20% of men are seeing as dateable and marriageable. Meanwhile, 80% of the women are screening 10 to 20% of the men. Are screwing 20% of the men, is what he said. Watch, they crash out when they break up. The main reason these guys be crashing out is because they invested hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars resources into essentially a wasted liability. Yep. Wow, they all really passing each other around. Yeah, it's a fact, man. So let's talk about this. Less than half of the 12th graders go on dates. So let me see where this dating recession original article came from. And we still can't go live on X, which is freaking pissing me off. Dude, I mean, my X is booming. Like, this is the perfect time for me to be able to go live, and it's not letting me. It's still like not letting me connect because of the Maddie Kowalski shit. But honestly, I might have to do another live stream on Maddie Kowalski because she's going back to public. Well, she's going back to in-person classes. And I'm just gonna like speak on like the dynamic of bringing in like a known like hoe into the dynamics of a lecture hall. And how that kind of plays into the college slut lore, if you will. And that's going to be a fun one. So let's see. Okay, so Institute for Family Studies. This is an article from Institute for Family Studies, and it is the dating recession. So let's get into this neat article here. Dating recession. Today's young adults are in a dating recession. Young adults today are living in a depressed dating economy that is our conclusion after analyzing findings from 2025 National Dating Landscape Survey, a nationally representative sample of 5,275 unmarried young adults in their prime dating years, ages 22 to 35 in the United States. Our analysis focused mostly on the dating experiences of those single young adults who expect to marry someday, or 86% of our sample. Our findings are detailed in the 2026 State of Our Union report released today by the Institute for Family Studies and the Wheatley Institute. So, what did we learn? Here are some of the highlights. 3/4 of women, 74%, and nearly 2/3 of men, 64%, in our survey reported they had not dated or dated only a few times in the last year. So, again, in these surveys, when they say dated, are they talking about hooking up or are they talking about going on a date? Because you're not going to convince me that 77% or 74% of women in this age range did not hook up within the last year. That's bullshit. And it's a less amount of men. Okay. They got 3/4 of women and nearly 2/3 of men in our survey reported they had not dated. So, I mean, they're basically saying that there are more women who are saying they haven't dated than men, which is bullshit. I mean, so what are we talking about? Not dating or hooking up? Because I believe when men answer this question, their take on it is actually going on a date and taking a bitch out on a date. When women answer this question, they're also saying, has somebody taken me out on a date? But they're smashing though. Like, come on now. Among the rising generation, dating confidence is low, with only about 1 in 3 young adults expressing much fear in their dating skills. Young adults need effective roadmaps that guide them to and through the dating experiences that will connect their marital expectations to actual unions. Only about 1 in 3 young adults report actively dating, either casually or exclusively. When asked how often they were dating, only 31% of young adults, a quarter of women, 26%, and a little more than a third of men, 36%, reported that they were active daters, dating once a month or more. So they're trying to say that there are more men who are active daters than women. I mean, get the fuck out of here. So 3/4 of women, 74%, and nearly 2/3 of men, 64%, in our survey reported they had not dated or dated only a few times in the last year. And only about 51% of these young adults express interest in even starting a relationship. So here you have the dating frequency. And honestly, this chart is telling us, a lot more than their conclusion is, I would say. So you have a dating frequency of men reporting a little bit more, probably like 3 to 4% of dating almost every week, which that kind of makes sense that 3 to 4% of men would have that dating every week. Now, this bar, the chart that shows the women, it actually shows that women are dating less weekly than men. So you see this chart right here. It says a few times per month, shows men at about 13, 14, maybe 15%. And then women at less than that, like 9%. About once a month, all right, you have men reporting that they're dating 19% or dating at a 19%, or they're dating at a 19% click. Here, where 19% of the men reported dating, and then what you got, 13% of the women reporting about once a month. I mean, they're trying to say that the women are dating less than the men. Dating, quote unquote, is what we're calling it. But we know men are the ones who are actively trying to get on dates. So maybe men are shooting their shots more, trying to get on dates more, calling things dates that aren't really dates. I'm not really sure. But I mean, we just know from our experience, they must not be talking about hooking up. Young adults lack confidence in their dating skills. Among the rising generation, dating confidence is low, with only 1 in 3 young adults expressing much faith in their dating skills. Less than 4 in 10, 37%, said they trusted their judgment when it comes to choosing a dating partner. A similar minority of young adults express confidence in their ability to discuss feelings with a dating partner, 34%, and picking up on social cues. So there's a bar graph on them trusting their judgment. So you have men saying that they trust their judgment a little bit more than women on choosing a romantic partner, discussing feelings, and feeling confident approaching someone. And that kind of makes sense. Young adults desire a dating culture aimed at forming serious relationships. Let's see. Despite a common narrative that young adults are only interested in casual dating and hookups, we found that young adults, both women and men, strongly endorse a dating culture focused on forming serious relationships, creating emotional connections, and learning what they want for a future partner. While dating frequency may be low, most young adults seem to yearn for the connection of serious dating. The social purposes for dating, being part of social activities, fitting in with others, were endorsed by less than a quarter of young adults. Hold up, let me just close this door real quick. All right. So, I mean, it's just, I don't even know if we can really trust this data. I'm not going to lie. It just seems like this self-reported type stuff, especially on the women's side with the frequency of dating. That's got to be bullshit, because if men are reporting going on dates, then it should reflect at least the same amount of women reporting going on dates, because we know men are less likely to even get the date in the first place because women are flaking. So the only ones who are really linking up are a small amount of men, and that small amount of men are linking up with the majority of the women. I mean, even in a dating context, it don't even got to be hooking up. It don't even got to be hooking up. It's literally just in that dating context. But either way, they're saying it's a dating recession. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's see. Oh yeah, we got the I Heart Memphis story. We might have to break that down tomorrow too. I Heart Memphis crashed out on the Coco bitch, the TikTok little bitch who be shaking her ass and shit. Crazy work. But anyways, let's see. He said it's not a dating recession, it's a 304 in men's resource correction. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. That's the reality. That's the reality, man. Sheesh. It's crazy work. It is crazy work. But I think that's all we got on Cardi B. No other news. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. And we're gonna be streaming every day this week. We're gonna be going in because I got a lot of topics queued up. Oh, here's a better angle of the pre shit. Stefon Diggs, dapped up pre. Look, I love you. Boom. Let's go, Steph. Yo, Cardi B is down the fuck bad. She just looks even dumber than we all suspected. But I mean, that's just hilarious. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be your monthly redeem with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.